Europe is only one step away from the passage of the ban on the sale of gasoline vehicles. On February 13, the European Parliament formally passed a law to ban the sale of new gasoline and diesel vehicles in the EU from 2035, aiming to accelerate the transition to electric vehicles and combat climate change. Statistics show that among the new energy vehicles, plug-in hybrids account for 38% in Europe, much higher than China, 22%, and the United States, 19%. This part of demand will be fully converted to battery electric vehicles in 2035. It can be seen that the determination of European transformation are great. However, even if all new car sales in Europe are transformed into battery electric models by 2035, in terms of volume, the sales volume of battery electric models in Europe will likely still be lower than that in the Chinese market. However, Europe's comprehensive ban on fuel vehicles may be a major opportunity to reshape the structure of the automobile industry for China, which has a complete new energy automobile industry chain. Of course, American car companies represented by Tesla are also expected to gain considerable sales and market share. So, who is more likely to win the European market first, China or the United States? Besides, can Chinese new energy vehicle companies really enter the European market so smoothly? Will Europeans choose Chinese cars? Why is China a popular candidate for the EV market? Hi! Welcome to Auto Age. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. From 2021, the European region has occupied the largest share of China's new energy vehicle exports. Data shows that from 2018 to 2020, China's new energy vehicle exports have increased year by year, and Asia is the largest export region. In 2021, exports to Europe increased significantly, with annual exports of 285,000 vehicles. In 2022, the export volume of new energy vehicles reached 629,000, and the proportion of new energy vehicles exported to Europe reached 49%, exceeding 300,000. The development of new energy vehicles in Europe is also inseparable from the Chinese supply chain. As the world's largest producer of power batteries, China has a complete supply chain, leading the world in manufacturing capacity and cost. For example, China is a global leader in the smelting of metal materials needed for batteries. China smelts 58% of the world's lithium metal and 2/3 of the cobalt metal. Therefore, the supply chain represented by China's power battery is also accelerating to go overseas market. Enterprises such as CATL has driven the upstream industry chain to build factories in Europe. Of course, American car companies represented by Tesla are also expected to gain greater sales and market share. In my opinion, this may be an important opportunity for Chinese auto companies and battery companies to change the structure of the world's auto industry, prompting a reshuffling of the competitive landscape of world auto companies. After all, Europe not only has a huge annual sales volume, but also, as a region full of automobile powerhouses, can bring Chinese companies not only a market, but also a strong support of product competitiveness. So, why is China a popular candidate for the EV market? First of all, everything is inseparable from the excellent strength of China's new energy vehicle companies. In the era of electrification, Chinese new energy vehicle companies are recognized by the world as possessing better core technologies. In addition, the current Chinese new energy vehicles, such as the models of NIO, Leading Ideal and Speng, are excellent in assisted driving, human-computer interaction, vehicle-machine systems and other aspects, and can provide European consumers with more intelligent and convenient driving experience. Furthermore, China's new energy vehicles still have a very complete supply chain system. To produce a new energy vehicle in China, relying on China's domestic supply chain, can basically achieve self-sufficiency. Taking Tesla as an example, The current annual production capacity of Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory has reached 1.1 million vehicles. Except for the most core semiconductor chips, Tesla's Shanghai factory uses all parts produced in China. The rate has reached more than 95%. This is very difficult to achieve anywhere in the world, because the actual production capacity of Tesla's other super factories cannot add up to the Shanghai Gigafactory. Therefore, whether it is now or in the future, Chinese cars can maintain a certain degree of competitiveness in the European market. However, although China's new energy vehicles are full of opportunities in Europe, there are also many challenges. Issues such as the establishment of a sales network, the layout of charging piles, and even word of mouth are all minor issues in my opinion, and the bigger issue is how to break through the restrictions of Europeans. At the Paris Auto Show last year, French President Emmanuel Macron mentioned that in the face of China's aggressive attack on Europe by new energy vehicles, Europe must wake up, and the European electric vehicle industry and market should receive more support from the government. Therefore, Europe will inevitably introduce some policies in the future to restrain the development of new energy vehicles in China. The first thing comes in my mind is intelligent driving. In view of China's advantage of intelligence, European countries are likely to promulgate relevant laws to hinder the collection of information on Chinese new energy vehicles in Europe. Like Spain, the reason why its assisted driving is so strong is that a large amount of map data is collected in China. In Europe, it may not be so easy. At that time, will the intelligent assisted driving of Chinese car owners lose their so-called competitiveness? Secondly, China's high-end chips are still not self-sufficient. Once the West takes countermeasures and cuts off China's chip supply, it is very likely that China's new energy vehicles will become the second Huawei. Bild, a traditional German media, published an article titled "This Chinese Business Harms German Interests." The article said, Chinese car companies are targeting Germany and the interests of all Germans. They are buying our companies little by little, and increasingly dictating our future. In fact, German auto industry has always been a leader in the world. Today, it cannot keep up with the pace of development in the wave of new energy. Now it has been surpassed by the backward students, which is emotionally unacceptable. Besides, Europe is currently suffering from an energy crisis and electricity prices have risen sharply. According to media reports, the price of fast charging in Germany has risen to €1 per kilowatt-hour. This has suppressed the market demand for new energy vehicles to a certain extent, which is bad news for Chinese EVs. In addition, due to the deep European car culture, Chinese EVs needs to do a lot to improve customer satisfaction. It must improve user usage scenarios and complete localization adaptation. By the way, there are many countries in Europe. In addition, it must do specific and complicated matters such as the life cycle guarantee of automobile products. Therefore, with reference to the fact that Hyundai and Kia have been operating in Europe for more than 10 years before they have established a firm foothold, BYD has to make long-term preparations for at least 10 years. To sum up, in my opinion, the rapid growth of the European new energy vehicle market and the relatively slow transformation of European car companies have given Chinese car companies, including BYD, a historic window period to enter Europe. Whether these China's major car companies can make good use of this rare window period depends on their strength and wisdom. All in all, Chinese new energy vehicles still have a long way to go in the European market. Anyway, the prospects for overseas markets are promising, and Chinese car companies should seize this rare opportunity. So what do you think of the implementation of the 2035 EU ban? Do you think this is a good opportunity for Chinese car companies? Please put your comments below, and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. See you.